whoever is watching this video, you would know if this is meant for you after hearing this message. Okay, so hear me out. This is raining currently where I am, and I went upstairs because I genuinely like rainy weather. I like rain and thunder and the clouds. So I went upstairs for a quick hit, for a quick smoke, and while I was smoking, I closed my eyes for a few seconds, and I saw three words repeating in my head, which was "You can do it," and "This sucks," and "Do it." I saw "do it" and "can" three times, which means there is a current situation that you might be in, which could be related to a person or anything at all, okay? And you are feeling stuck in that situation. And see, rainy weather to me is something which is like a clouded judgment, because air element represents our intellect, our thoughts, our communication, our subconscious, what we're saying, our mind, body, spirit, our thoughts, words, and actions, and things like that. So, when it's raining, rain is usually an emotional breakdown, a breakthrough of a situation that you consciously knew that you shouldn't be in, but rain forces that. Thunder is tower moment. In in tarot, we have a card which is the tower card, which is about emotional suppression or repression of thoughts for a long time, and you're consciously denying the evolution from that because you're choosing to be in that situation. So rain for me is clouded judgment, and you know you are in that, which is why this thunder was necessary, and which is why you had to go through this emotional breakthrough, so you could finally realize your self importance, so you could get out of the situation. Now when I got back, I'm a psychic person, so I wanted to know what that means. It might be helpful for me or for some of the people watching this. And the first card out was this. This Anunnaki card is about drama, a matter of conflict, a situation where you literally feel stuck, a situation which is mentally exhausting for you, a situation that feels like psych that feels like energy vampire, a situation that is sucking up your energy, and you're doing it anyway. You know you're choosing to be in that situation. You know how much that sucks. You know your value. You know you should be getting out of the situation. You have had enough of the situation, yet you cannot do something about it. And rain is like, we usually say good weather. Rain, everybody likes rain, but still we refer to it as a bad weather. So it is a situation that you know is bad for you, but you are choosing it because maybe the idea of it looks good for you. Maybe you like the way it looks, and you know it is not making you feel good. So I need you to ask yourself, is the situation making you feel good, or are you staying in it because the idea of looking at it and experiencing it feels good to you for your own ego, for your own self-worth, low self-worth? So this card is about being stuck in a situation that is mentally and physically contradicting, okay? A situation that sucks, drama, a situation that is controlling your thoughts, your mood, and maybe this situation is affecting your actions in some way, and you know it, and yet you are doing it anyway. For some people, this situation might be about unrequited love, or a position, or a place where you give most of your all, but you did not receive the same amount of efforts you put into this situation, okay? And this card is about disconnection, cutting off from that situation, which is why I kept seeing you can do it, okay? You can do it. This is not being forced onto you. Your own mind is your own enemy in such situation. This is the time you should literally maintain your solitude, okay? This is the time you should prioritize your peace over the chaos your mind is currently enjoying, because that is not made for you. And the consequences of that is that thing is consciously blocking your third eye chakra. That thing is blocking your manifestation. Tower card is about repressing emotions to the point that your intellect is fully jammed, to the point that your intuition stops working. And which is why I said the air element line in the first sentence. This card, MIB, is about literally like stalking someone, not maintaining healthy boundaries, or letting someone cross you over and over when you know you should control it. You should be the one in control of the situation. You should know to prioritize yourself. But there is someone or the situation that might be constantly putting you on the pedestal, a situation that is constantly frustrating you out, inside out, and maybe you just can't do anything about it, or you might not be just choosing to do anything about it, because like I said, rain is considered a bad weather, but it is a good weather. We yet enjoy it. We know we will get wet, but we still enjoy it because it seems pleasant, right? It seems right. But if you actually think about it, rain is bad weather. See, and this card is about um, being misunderstood, being timid, and this came out in reverse. Basically, all the cards came out in reverse. So you might be overgiving to a situation that you know is not fulfilling for you, that you know you should not be in. So you are being asked out by the rain and by the psychic vision that I saw, that you should seriously get yourself out of this situation, okay? You should start saying no to people if that's something you're struggling with. You should call back your energy, okay? This is just it's done, okay? It's done. You should maintain your independence. This situation might be your codependency. Why you consciously cannot get out of a situation? Maybe because you're mind, the way your mind can feel good depends on this situation, which is why your mind just don't want to leave the idea of it, because you are stuck to the highs and lows of the situation. What happens in such situations is that we know when something is wrong for us, but we choose it anyways because we are addicted to the intensity of it. First, it is raising our dopamine levels to this, and then it goes bam, and suddenly up and down and up and down. So, our brain attaches the idea of feeling good to this emotional highs and lows. So, when our brain genuinely wants to feel the dopamine hit, it constantly runs after this situation that our brain knows is equally bad, but it is yet chasing the dopamine level anyway. So you're being asked to prioritize yourself, okay? You seriously need to get out of the situation because this is blocking your manifestation. This is blocking whatever visions you have for your future. This is blocking the evolution of your psyche. And you should start saying no to people, start maintaining your own boundaries, start drawing healthy boundaries, and at the same time respecting other people's boundaries. Try to learn how to lean on yourself instead of searching for the dopamine level in external situations and external people. And you might be chasing maybe some situation that has created an dependent attachment within you and the situation, or whether it be a person, a situation, whatever that is, it has created an unhealthy amount of attachment with it, which is why you cannot leave the situation. But this is the time you really need to figure out that this is a pattern. This card literally speaks about pattern. You need to acknowledge this pattern, and I think you already know it, but you're doing it anyway. So I want you to reflect on this situation, okay? Reflect on the situation, call back your power, call back your control, take this matter in your hands, and everything will be fine. Yeah, that's it.